Welcome to episode 1 of Broadly Speaking with Kelly Cutrara. Hey, welcome to episode 1 of Broadly Speaking with Kelly Cutrara. Look, it's warts and all. I've got my Invisaligns in right now because something weird started happening. I'm at middle age. Ta-da! You can relate? Good. Yeah, it's not so pretty. My teeth. I started to get a snaggletooth. Like my teeth started moving. That's something they don't tell you about middle age. So, I don't know, for almost a year I've been wearing these Invisalign liners that I take out whenever I do a voice audition. And I had them out, but I thought, you know what? Fuck, I don't really want to deal with them right now. So it's just you and me. And this is episode 1, so I thought it can be a little bit clunky. I am wearing elastics as well. This is why it's not a visual podcast. It's just audio for now. Anyhow, if you don't know me, here's a little bit about myself. I am a Canadian. I have been in radio for 3 decades. Yeah, 30 years. Until last year I got fired. I didn't do anything wrong. In fact, there were a lot of people that are like, I'm never listening to that station again now that you're gone. And I thank you if you're one of them. I really appreciate it because I know there are a lot of people that used to listen daily, emailed me and said, hey, if you do a podcast, I am on board. God, I hope you're still going to be on board when you find out it's kind of going to be aimed at women. I am so sorry, guys. But listen, I've been going through a lot, and you might have heard me going through things on the radio. A weird thing started happening I almost was in the position for 10 years. But about like year 4, I started to lose words in the middle of a sentence. Like I would just be talking to you like this, and then I would stop. And the word, I couldn't even see it. Like, you know how sometimes you can visualize an apple and you're like, oh, it's apple, but I don't know what that thing's called, but I do know what it's called, but I need to find the word in my Rolodex of gray matter, right? And you can't find that flippin' word. I couldn't even see the picture of the word. It's like, it's there. I know what it is. I know I want something. Luckily, I had the best producer in talk radio who is no longer doing it. If that is really an indication of where the radio industry is, he just would click a button and say the word in my ear and I would hear it and I would go on without a hitch. And then he left to do another job for a while, for like a year. And I was like, oh my God, people are going to think I'm an idiot because you just go blank. And it was brain fog because unbeknownst to me, my hormones were dropping. And we don't want to admit we're heading towards middle age, especially not if you're a woman. Our whole culture is based on us looking good for as long as possible. And then when you look like you're older, people stop looking. From when you're young, you are taught to pretty yourself up. And then when people stop looking, it's like, oh my God. So don't mention how old you are. You're heading this way. And there's a lot of things that happen to you. Like you might forget where you are mid-sentence. Like you distract yourself with a storyline like I just did. Yeah, these things happen. Has to do with hormones. So right now I'm wearing a patch. Got a little estrogen patch on and take progesterone at night. And I'm trying testosterone. Although a girlfriend freaked me out the other day. She said, if you use testosterone, you'll start to grow hair. And I'm like, maybe just on the area you put it on because it's a cream. She's like, no, on your face. I'm like, what? Huh? Anyhow, I don't know how true that is. This is the whole goal of the podcast. Me talking to experts about what's going on with our physiology. In some cases, what's going on with our parents because they're getting older and we got that on our plate now too. Yeah, it's a lot, right? And then you've got your kids. Look, one of the worst things to do is admit, I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. It's like, oh, see, you can't do it all. We told you ladies, you couldn't do it all. You can't. Well, you know what? You can't do it all alone. But what we're going to do, and I say we because we're going on this journey together because I'm going to learn as well as you. And we're just going to arm ourselves with some information so we don't feel so overwhelmed. And we know what's happening and we can talk to other friends about it. And you can hopefully point people to this podcast and say, you know what? I don't have time to talk about it right now, but episode 6 of the Kelly Cutrara podcast, Broadly Speaking with Kelly Cutrara. Helps if I know the name of it so I can promote it. Broadly Speaking with Kelly Cutrara, episode 6. It's all about how to talk to your doctor about HRT and if it's right for you. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT. Have you ever got to the stage where in your relationship where you know things are going along great with your husband, but you don't know why, you just want to punch him in the throat? You don't, but you're like, ugh, you're so angry and you don't even know why you're angry. It might not even be anything he's just done. Or you're overreacting and you're like, why am I overreacting? Because this is not a big thing and I normally wouldn't, but I am so frustrated right now. Also could be your hormones. I once heard a stat from someone, so I did not read this, so I cannot clarify. The divorce rate goes up exponentially with women over 50, and they are going for the divorce. Yeah, right in that change, right in that pocket. So maybe for the sake of yourself, your relationships with your friends, your family, people you work with, this will be a useful podcast. There's another thing that happens to you in midlife. You start to lose people. I've been talking about doing this podcast for a year and a half, and I'm not kidding. Almost every time I get ready to launch it, I lose someone. I have literally lost 2 very good friends over the course of 4 months last year. They passed. One, there was a very long runway, and it was awful process. And the other just died suddenly. You know, you get the text from on your group chat, oh my God, this person has passed. Both were 2 very good friends, and it was a lot. And then the big hit was my dog of 11 years passing away. You know, one day he was slowing down, but the next day we're bringing him to the emergency vet and he's not coming home. And I didn't say goodbye. You know, that little spark of joy that was in your house for 11 years is no longer there. And you think, man, somebody turned out the light bulb of joy in my house. What is happening? How do I get that back? I don't know if I want it back. It hurts too much. This was a weird episode 1, but I hope I've sparked some interest and maybe your curiosity, because that's really what we're going to lean into is my curiosity. Should I have taken these Invisaligns out? Okay, episode 2, I will take them out. But I don't want a snaggletooth. I just want to look pretty. Did we not just talk about this? Anyhow, I couldn't do this without you, and I wouldn't want to. So let's do it again.